morning, YouTube. It's Chris, and I'm back in the Bolt. And hey, really exciting day today. I got my car back from the Chevrolet dealer in North Vancouver, and they successfully updated my software to 14.4.2, which is great. Unable to do over-the-air updates in your Chevy Bolt at this time. They're going to turn that up at some point, and I'm excited to see that. But right now, if you want to do a software update on your Chevy Bolt, you have to take it into the dealership. So I took mine in yesterday. Initially, I was a little bit concerned because when I brought the car in, they said that there was no updates for the vehicle for the VIN number, and they said they don't do software updates just for no reason. They only do it when you're solving a problem, and they didn't see anything on the website as far as a 14.4.2 update. So what I told them is that I had been experiencing lockups, which is true, of course. We experience lockups with the center console occasionally, and then I have to press the home and fast forward button for 10 seconds to unlock the display, and it comes back up. So once I told them that, they wrote it on the work order, and of course when the technician got the work order, he was able to find the update and do a USB flash drive update to the system, and it works. So I've only had it the day. I don't know if it actually solves the problems with the lockups yet. I haven't had a lockup. That doesn't happen all that often anyway. You know, I think it's happened to me maybe 3 or 4 times in the 6 months that I've had the car. But what it does do, of course, is go allow us, users like myself that use Android Auto, it allows us to go full screen display when we're using Android Auto, which is a huge benefit. We get to see that big 10-inch screen instead of more like a 7 or 8-inch screen with Android Auto. So I've done 2 things. I'm going to show you that today. I've updated to 14.4.2 on the center console, and then I've also changed my Android Auto app to go to 1080p display instead of the standard 720. So that makes the driver entertainment cluster screen and your center console screen look very similar. The resolution on both are the same, so they look fantastic now. I'm very happy with that, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to shoot this because I can't use my phone, because you use your phone when you're plugged in with Android Auto. But anyway, let's try that. So here we go. So let's have a look here. There's our screen. Let's go into settings this time, and let's go down to software information and just do a software update. So here, what you're going to see now is that we still don't have the over-the-air software active, but did you see how quickly that said you have the latest software, which is now 14.4.2? So that's fantastic. Hopefully a couple things happen. One is we know that the center console can lock up occasionally, and the quick fix for that, if you haven't done it, is just to press the forward and home button simultaneously for 10 seconds, and that will restart your center console. But the other big thing that 14.4.2 does is takes care of our Android Auto sizing issue that we had. And look at that, there we go, holy smokes. So now we've got the full 10-inch display for Android Auto. So I've really happy with that. And the other thing that I've done is I've set the screen to 1080p instead of the default 720. So you can't really tell with this iPad camera that I'm having to shoot with, but the 2 displays now look very similar. Your driver information cluster and your center console, they are the same quality of video. So it looks really good now. So I can show you that, how I changed to 1080p. But yeah, so really good. So now your music, when you press music, you're going to be full screen. That looks great. And when you go to your navigation, the navigation will come up as either Waze or let's see, maps. So there's your maps, telephone, and then the back to Chevrolet. Okay, So yeah, really like the Android Auto is full now. So there's your main screen, and you can swipe to get rid of any of the messages that come up. So also, what I just noticed, this is really good. So if you can of course start and stop the music using the button. You can also of course still do train to your voice, the OK Google. There you go. What is the weather like in North Vancouver?
Right now in North Vancouver, it's 3 degrees Celsius and cloudy. Today, it'll be rainy with a forecasted high of 4 and a low of 2.
Okay, so you can also, of course, press this button on here and then do commands. Play music.
Okay, asking to play music.
Pause.
Sure.
Okay, so then the other thing I noticed here, which is pretty cool, is these controls here reflect what's happening on the driver information cluster, right? So as you go down through here, you're going to notice your driver information cluster changing. However, of course, if you go to the right, you can change the information that's being shown on the driver entertainment cluster to audio. And when you do that, of course, you get your information from Android Auto on this screen as well, which is really cool because that allows you to skip through songs by going up and down. So let's just try that here. So here's the songs on. And then as I press here, because I've got this, you can now go through your songs. Okay, which is pretty cool. Okay, but what I just learned this morning is that means that you have to be on this screen instead of your instead of changing it to audio, or sorry, to vehicle information. But so this is where everybody normally is about there, right? But you also have your favorites down here. So what you can do is if you're listening to music, you can use these favorite buttons to skip between the songs as well. And that way you can leave this screen on your driver's screen, on the car information. Okay, pretty cool. So there you go. So you can use favorites, you can use voice commands, or you can use your driver information cluster screen to change your song. You've got full screen on your Android Auto. So here's how you set Android Auto to go to 1080p. By default, it goes to 720. So you might want to go to 1080p so you get the best resolution on your center console. So go into, it's a bit tough to film with this, but let me try. Go into your Android Auto. Go into the hamburger stack here and go to About. And then go to Settings and go to the developer settings. And if you scroll down, you can see how you can choose 1080p video output. And that's what you'll want to set for the Bolt. That'll give you your best resolution on that center screen. So there's your center screen, and you can go into navigation, and you're either in Google Maps, or if you press again, you can go ahead and go into Waze. And there's the Waves maps. All right, there's your home screen. And there's your music. All right. And I think that's it, right? Phone. And return to Chevrolet. Okay.